Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Arbor Day and also a tree planting in memory of Russell Beck. We're standing in front of the old Firehouse, which is very close to Lake Road, as you probably can hear and sometimes not hear because we're so close to Lake Road. It's a glorious day, and I think someone upstairs knows that this is more important than draft day in Cleveland for the NFL because that weather wasn't as cooperative the first few days. First of all, we're going to acknowledge the services of Russell Beck, but before we do that, I'm going to go around with the microphone and have all the Tree Commission members, former and past, just say their name. So let's go around here. Tree Commission.
Hi, I'm Amanda Burns.
One of the past Tree Commission people, Terry Wyrock, past Tree Commission. Yeah.
Councilwoman Jennifer Fenderbosch.
Michael Fain.
Celia Baida.
Jean Sekulik. Betsy Bell.
I missed you.
Jean Sekulik.
Tom Lesher.
Ken Sad.
Erica Larson.
Matthew Collier.
Thank you. Anyone else who's part of the Tree Commission, past and present? I did get Jean finally. Okay, thank you for all your service. And of course, the one person we are acknowledging right now is Russell Beck, who passed away, and he had served on Tree Commission, I think, for 23 years. I went to a Tree Commission meeting, I think it was the end of 2019, and Russell Beck walked in the room very slowly and haltingly because he was quite ill, and he announced to the group that he needed to leave the Tree Commission and he was moving out to Oregon to be with family. And I just thought it was really classy that he made the extra effort to get up and come out and say goodbye to people and acknowledge a group and institution which he has been a great part of, and the city certainly has benefited from that. I'm going to borrow from the obituary that was written, I would assume, by the family. Russell C. Beck served the Citizens Tree Commission for 23 years, appointed first by Mayor Urban in 1997. A biology science teacher at Lakewood High School, Russ Beck was the go-to guy for many years for information about plants, trees, and wildlife. Scholarly, dignified, thoughtful, and quiet, people found Russ Beck approachable and kind-hearted. Russ Beck loved to wear baseball hats, especially the one from the City Tree USA event that was held by Avon Lake a few years ago. He volunteered his green truck for the Memorial Day Parade, transporting members from the Citizens Tree Commission. Russ also served as a poll worker at Eastview School and the American Legion. Joan Beck wrote about her husband to a Tree Commission member saying that Russ enjoyed the Tree Commission and his service to the citizens of Avon Lake. When this obituary was published, people were asked to make donations to the Citizens Tree Commission. It was an astounding number of people who made donations. Some people, longtime friends, gave what they could, and others went beyond expectations, and over $1,700 was raised to plant this tree, and I expect extra trees within the city. So I'm going to now move to a poem which we feel is fitting. This is a magnolia tree, and may this tree grow and blossom in Russ's memory. He was an amazing, one-of-a-kind man. There's a very special garden where the trees of memory grow, nurtured by the kindness and concern that good friends show. The roots are cherished memories of good times in the past, the branches tender promises that souls endure and last. It's a place of peace and beauty where bright new hopes can start. It's memories' lovely garden that soothes the hurting heart. We know that the Beck family is watching this on YouTube out in Oregon, and we appreciate all their efforts and support of Russ as he served his community in so many ways. We are very lucky to have known Russ Beck and have him make contributions to the city. Now we're going to shift to the Arbor Day commemoration or proclamation. And this is going to be a little touchy because I have to read it off the cell phone. This is the official proclamation. Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was the first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska alone, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and throughout the world, and whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heat and cooling costs, moderating the temperatures, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a remarkable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and the beauty of our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Therefore, now I, Greg Zilka, Mayor of the City of Avon Lake, Ohio, do hereby proclaim in the City of Avon Lake, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support the efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations on the second day of May 2021, signed Greg Zilka, Mayor. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for honoring and recognizing the need to encourage the planting and growing of trees. We thank you all for your efforts. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. This is an enormous crowd for a tree planting. We have never seen this many people for an event like this, and I think it is a fitting tribute to Gary Izzo, who is the person who we are commemorating the tree to. This is an oak. It's a white oak, and if I could begin, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. A time to every purpose. Gary had purpose in his life. He used his time wisely and certainly led by example. We honor him not only with our words, our prayers, but most of all by holding the standard he set for us, continuing to do the job he began. I have at my desk a card that Gary gave out when he campaigned to be a city council member, Avon Lake City Council Ward 3, and he listed here, member Zoning Board of Appeals, member Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee, Vice President Treasurer, Town Center Condo Association, and I think we have a number of condo people who migrated over the street to come over here for Gary. A volunteer, Lorain County Metro Parks, retired U.S. Department of Justice, Office of the Inspector General, and Federal Bureau of Prisons, and especially U.S. Army veteran. Gary actually grew up in his early years in a community very near where I grew up, in Birdtown in Lakewood. We never knew each other, and all of a sudden we met, and he became very much interested in serving his community and serving on council. Unfortunately, a month after he began his term, he found out that he had the illness, which was ultimately to take his life so tragically, I believe in November of last year. He was an incredibly enthusiastic person. He was so eager to serve the community. He had many great ideas, and unfortunately, that he was not able to do that. But this is a tribute to Gary. Your attendance here, this is just amazing, and we appreciate your coming. And his wife here is also very appreciative of your being here. Let's remember Gary just as we look at the solid oak. He was as solid as an oak, and this is a living tribute to an eternal memory that will continue to grow. So we are very lucky to have residents like Gary Izzo willing to give their time to serve their community. And certainly we all need to be concerned about our environment, to keep it green and to keep the planet clean for our children and grandchildren. Now at this time I'd like to make a presentation to Ann Seltzer. If I could. Here you go, Ann. And on behalf of Avon Lake City Council, Avon Lake City government, the employees of the city of Avon Lake, and the Avon Lake residents, we thank you for your caring and loving of Gary during his difficult times. And we appreciate your efforts as a citizen on your own, being a member of the Garden Club, and writing all those letters to the newspaper. You keep people talking, and we appreciate that. Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, I would.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Put your mask down.
Put my mask down. Okay, I look so much. Oh, that's my filter. I'd like to thank everyone for coming, but most of all, I want you to meet Gary's family. So, would you come up? And I want to say that Gary, when he was 6 years old, ran up and down the streets of Richland Avenue in Lakewood and said, "We got twins." These are the twins, Donna and Diana. Donna Gallo and Diana Stokels. This is Gary's cousin, Tom Laser. And I just want to say, this is the one that had Mr. Beck in botany. Horticulture. Mr. Beck, whose tree was just dedicated to the hall. Now, this is Ryan and Mary and Dominic and there's so many. Charlotte and Gary's niece Clara and Gary's niece Marie, who's a councilwoman in Parma Heights. There is Gary's youngest niece Joanne. Her husband's on police officer duty today in Maria. Oh, and Michael, he's the father of these three. And Charlotte and Mary, do you want to come up and see and the rest of this is your Uncle Gary's tree. When you get older, you can come to Avon Lake and see how the tree has grown. Uncle Gary was able to come to all 5 of your baptisms. So, do you guys want to say anything? Okay. Charlotte, would you like to say something? Okay, come on.
I love my mom.
She loves her mom. Okay. Well, since the mayor covered everything, I'm not going to make any. You've already been to one tree planting, and it's Sunday, it's beautiful. I just want to say that Gary absolutely was energized when he started talking to the people of Ward 3 when he was campaigning. We came here in 2015. Gary's original idea was to move back to Lakewood, where he grew up, and because of our realtor, who was wonderful, Linda Eel, she's here somewhere, when we couldn't find a place in Lakewood, she brought us to Avon Lake, where she lives. And we thought the lake was beautiful. There were many trees. So we came here knowing no one. And now it just I have so much gratitude for all of you that helped Gary all along the way, from voting to when he was ill. And he loved to talk to people, and I hope he gave you as much as you gave him, because each of you here really contributed in some way to Gary's quality of life. And that is not, I am not just saying that, that's true. So I guess that concludes my words.
Okay, thank you, Ann. As we conclude the ceremony, we would like to have one or several of the children put mulch on the tree, if that's possible. Mom and Dad, can we help the kids do that?
Okay,
Someone else is going to get a turn now.
now listen, while we're doing this, look what he has, a fire truck. Yay! Okay, you guys. Oh, hi, Jimmy. Hey, you guys. Would you help me sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gary. Happy birthday to you. There'll be cake next year.
If you don't know, Gary Izzo's birthday is today. He would have been 72 years old, so this makes it an even special day. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate your interest and your concern and your love of Gary Izzo. Thank you.